conversation down.
It's all good. But we're here. We're happy. And we're bond. Get it? We're
Bonding.
bonding. Yeah, we're bonding.
We are
Sorry.
bonding.
It's about time.
And we're on, of course, the great Roger Moore. I'm saying that because where we're at right now. And
Damn.
I'm enjoying these movies. And tonight, Moonraker and For Your Eyes Only is what we'll be just talking about. Of course, a bunch of random shit and fun stuff. But we're here. We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
Happy to be here. And what's good, gentlemen? How's it going? What's going on? How's everybody doing?
It's good to see you, fellas.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys.
Another week, some more Bond.
Yes. More
Have
Bond.
you guys emailed me the top 5 things you did for Bond this week?
I didn't get knocked out. I didn't have a lot of sex with every woman I seen. Yeah, nah, I don't think I did any. Bond.
I haven't slapped a hoe.
Yeah, I haven't slapped a hoe.
I
I
drove.
haven't been to the moon.
Yeah, I haven't been.
I haven't been to the moon.
No.
Never been in a submarine.
Yeah, I've never been in or saved a submarine.
I had a sub a few weeks ago, though. So it's almost the same thing.
Make
Submarine
America
sandwich
subs
is the
again.
closest I've come. Yes.
Make America subs again.
Why is it
By
no one
subs, I
having
mean
one called the
sandwiches.
Bond
Nom, 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 nom.
or the 007, a sub? Just because there's so many subs. in
There's
every
got to
damn
be
movie.
somewhere.
I'm
Well,
sure
I think subs were just they were such a big part of the Cold War. That was
Yeah.
really what made it cold. You know, like nobody's really going to make a move because we had all of these nuclear subs roaming around. So it became like this stalemate type of thing for so many years, and capturing or trying to find new technology to find the subs and locate them and get them early was like that was almost like as big as the space race coming out of it. So like I could definitely see why they were huge into like subs are the way to go. Like underwater is like something that's big because that was a big power move back then.
I'm just not a
100%.
fan of underwater fights. Not any movie. I'm not a fan of it. I think the scenes are so boring.
but it's so realistic, James.
I don't know. It depends. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Some of them they don't bother me too much. I mean, it's hit or miss for this, just because of the wonkiness of this movie. I had so much fucking fun with this movie. I was having a blast with I had about as much fun with this movie as I did with the Godzilla. I can't remember which one it was. I was telling Mick about this the other day with the spaceships,
Yep.
the little ships in it. That's what I got from this. Then you throw in Star Wars and Star Trek with this, and for whatever reason it worked for me. I was like, fuck yeah.
That was the craziest shit. I was like, they got laser guns? I was like, is this a fucking fight scene in the Death Star? What's going on here?
Dude, it was so like this movie. So basically with this movie,
Hold on.
it is a book. Oh, sorry.
No, Moonraker. No, go ahead. You go first. I'm going to throw the whole thing off rails.
Yeah, I'm not going to give the premise. I'm going to save that for you guys. But I'll pull up my notes just to have it. But so this movie wasn't actually planned to be made after they made The Spy Who Loved Me. If you look on it, the very next movie was supposed to be For Your Eyes Only. But James Bond, ever like kind of adapting to whatever the pop culture was, they knew they had a space-driven story. So they went with Moonraker, and then they made it very much with all those elements like Star Wars, Star Trek, everything like that. Because at that time, like everything we know was like not just Star Wars, but we have Battlestar Galactica on TV and all that other stuff. So this was, I think, monetarily based when it was decided when they decided to do it. It was like to kind of
1979
capture as much. Yeah, 1979 came out, but like. This was definitely it. They did not like when we get to For Your Eyes Only in that opening of like what they're showing, that was their way of like, we're not doing this anymore. And the Moonraker was like, we're going into, and it became more of an espionage driven Cold War era type of films. And yeah, so like for this, I think this was the one that was like the misstep because it was trying to be a cash grab at the moment. But 100%. I will let you guys tell the story of what's what.
I kept waiting. Like, obviously, we knew James Bond was going to space, but it didn't happen till like the last half hour of the movie. Like, I expected a lot more space action. Honestly, going into it,
Especially got a space station up there with people that you chose because you're killing.
Well,
everybody
hold on.
Earth.
There's no way that what's the villain's name in this?
Hugo Drax.
Or better known as Elon Musk.
Yes.
This is like if Elon Musk watched this movie and based his life on it, I would believe that. Because it's like a mirror fucking
it's Elon Musk's favorite movie.
I've been like you were with the Bond girls and such and other elements. I've been taking notes of there's almost everything that a Bond villain does in the James Bond movies is part of these EOs. It's somehow like linked to it. Like, we need to go see the reserve to see if the gold's still there, so they can get rid of it, maybe blow it up, and then use their gold or their crypto. Like, it's not implemented correctly. None of them are implemented correctly, but in the movies they're not either. They're pretty much taken out by a drunken British guy. So
yeah,
So you got to come back from Jaws. Jaws
one of those.
Oh, hold on. First off, this movie starts with the transportation of this Moonraker shuttle attached to a plane. Super easy to steal this fucker. Like, how are they in the shuttle? Like, these two bad guys already
They
that are
stuck in. They're
like
hiding.
they glossed over it. It's like a 30-second whole situation. I'm like, wait a sec. This seems like it should have been more involved.
Can I just say the way that, and I won't ruin it before we get there, but those two gentlemen, those two assassins in this movie, were not a high point. I'm trying to. I was trying to make a joke and it didn't work. I'm gonna bail on it. I had it and I was like, I bailed on it real fast because I was like, it's just not gonna be funny enough. You ever have one of those moments where you bombed? That's why I'm Tim Mimosa Jr.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How many? What's the sleep count? What's the sleep count, Chris?
Through this movie, 27. Hold on, 20. Oh, he hits 30 in this movie.
Where was he at?
He's got 27 going into this. He bangs 3 women in Moonraker.
Oof.
Yeah. 30
Wait, how many
women
women?
already. What is this, the 14th movie?
He bangs 3 women in this movie.
Oh, there's 9. Oh, there's 9. I thought we were higher.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we might be more into it. No, this might be 14th.
How many movies did we do? I don't know.
Hang on, I'll find out right now.
Holy shit.
We've done a lot.
Yeah.
There's 6 Connery.
This is 12. This is 12 right here.
Okay.
12. Okay, 12 and 13 then.
So a little over 2 women a movie.
No, this is 12th movie.
And why does he think the girl?
So it's like 2 women and a handy per movie.
Why does he think when a girl comes in in his hotel room that he thinks it comes with the room? He's just, you come with the room?
Let's talk about that. That's how Bond's luck has been going through all these fucking movies. It's like everywhere he goes, it comes with pussy and a place to stay. It's like a place for both your heads to rest.
Is he in the plane at the very beginning of this movie? Right? I don't even remember.
The begin scene where he's flying the plane and they knock him out of it, and then there's like him diving and grabbing the other dude and all.
I don't know. Like, he's in a plane and going somewhere, and instead of shooting Bond, the pilot and the flight attendant, they're the bad guys. He's like pumps 3 bullets into the control panel of the plane instead of just fucking shooting Bond and say, like, enjoy your flight. You could have just shot him.
Yep.
That's what I find hilarious about. Like,
nobody just shoots him.
Me and Mick were watching together. I was saying that shit too.
Like, not even in the leg.
Nothing
anywhere.
No.
Nope. They don't even try.
No.
I honestly think that they don't believe they're going to kill him. I think at this point the henchmen are like, "You're James Bond. here's the deal. We're going to leave you to your own devices because we hear that you don't go into hard revenge mode if we let you just kind of like deal with it yourself. So later. Like that's too long of a statement to make.
Like
They just
not
have to
even a
roll.
warning shot in the leg, the arm, something. Like
Oh my God.
Not until shit like really goes down, then they're all shooting at each other, but they all miss him every time, and somehow his one gun gets everybody in the room. I'm like, what the? I love it, but come
They
on.
even like don't even rag him around when they're like they gently like tie him up and let him walk right next to the main villain where he can just put him like in a sleeper and like
Remember Goldfinger where they just kept him on his farm.
yeah, he just had him walking around having breakfast and tea and shit.
Breakfast and tea and shit.
no, but
It's
this
wild.
isn't
It's
this
so
isn't much
cool.
different. You have the billionaire space station wannabe leader, and he lets him brings Bond in, and he's just free to roam the area. Meets
Mhm.
Dr. Goodhead, which these names are just the most ridiculous
It
names
is.
for
It's
female
getting, it's like
characters.
getting more sexual
Every time.
Every time.
Oh, it's not even subtle.
Nope.
No.
Come on, at least try.
I was waiting for the joke when she introduced. She said, "I'm Dr. Goodhead." I was waiting for him to say, "Well, we'll find out later."
Mhm.
Yeah,
was-
because it's like when she goes, "I'm Pussy Galore," and he goes, "Well, of course you are."
Yeah, exactly.
It's just such a Brosnan has a lot of those.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I want to say too is Dr. Goodhead had some really nice eyes, and then I'm like the name fits, and then the never mind. You guys know where I'm going with this, but no,
A brown eye.
not brown eye. But yeah, this isn't a Patreon episode, so we can't go there. But
Oh, we can.
I'll do
We
it.
should. You know what else we should have counted? How many women he bangs and then they die because
Yes.
he bangs.
There's only a
first woman-
couple survivors. Majority.
I
of
don't.
them
I don't even know what her name is. The one that shows him around initially, and then she gets taken down by the dogs.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, whoa.
There was a little bit there where I thought they're not going to kill her like this. Really?
Yep.
She's gonna
But
survive.
But no, they
somehow.
did.
I
right in
did.
them woods, and they were little dogs. I'm like,
But
man.
and it's like this is for. Is this
Bond.
Moonraker? I'm For Your Eyes Only. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm confusing the two.
I
so
do.
I'm not
I want to point out a special love towards Bernard Lee, who played M in the movies. In every movie up until this point, he passed away before For Your Eyes Only. He could film For Your Eyes Only. So like that M wasn't even in that movie, and then they of course recast in the next one. But yeah, this is Bernard Lee's final outing as M.
Damn.
That's true. Now that you say that, I do remember the line of Moneypenny telling Bond M wasn't there, but the Prime Minister was, or something in that.
Yep. And it's kind of his chief of staff was there too, who had been in other movies as well. I can't remember his name, Peter something or like that. But yeah, and then Robert Brown took over. So that's it.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace.
So the storyline of this, a guy that owns Moonraker sells it, then
A
steals
wannabe-
it back.
A wannabe space program. Who was it? Did he have he needed a certain number of ships, but he had sold one. Something happened with
He
one.
needed
And
it back, so
he needed it back. That's
Mhm.
literally that's like the extent of why he's like. There wasn't a good explanation really, because Bond asked him that. He's like, "It was your ship. Why'd you steal it back?" He's like, "I had a malfunction with one, so we needed it." That was literally it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Like,
figure out how to fix the other one.
I see. Like this movie, like I liked it. It was fun,
It was fun.
but I like it. Just didn't like. I didn't get into it as much as I did the others.
Mm.
Yeah, it did. It felt like a little too hokey. Like, and I know that's saying something about the James Bond movies, but I mean,
you know what? It was yes, there was a little bit of hokiness of it, but that didn't really hit me until the fucking space fight. When they come out of literally come out of the space station and out of the shuttle, and they're floating in space shooting their crappy laser guns. I'm like, okay,
not just their crappy laser guns, but he has to have that Luke Skywalker in the target. Just use your wits or your BDE, your Bond Dick energy to blow up. It's just Bond the best shot.
Yep.
Doing the thing, and he
It's
shoots
just like shooting swamp rats.
Oh my god!
Well, he does have a lot. He does have a lot of experience on shooting loads.
That's true.
That's true.
From a different gun, but that's true.
Yeah.
He does have accuracy.
Yeah.
We know because James Bond Jr. is out there.
What about, he's out there somewhere. There's more than one of them. By the way, Jaws. What about Jaws' storyline? Jaws comes back,
falls in
tries
love.
to kill Bond, falls through that circus tent at the very beginning. Which just the way they keep punishing this guy and he just doesn't die.
He just walks over
He's
and brushes
fine.
off. He's like, God damn it.
I mean, the last movie, he fucking bit a shark.
Yeah,
got it. Crashed a plane into a house.
and he finds love.
He finds
Yeah,
love in
finds
this.
love.
Yep.
I kind of like where they went with him.
Short-lived
I like it.
love because they stayed in the space station to die.
No, but they survived.
Yep.
They make a reference to 2 survivors,
Oh shit! I didn't realize.
but
that.
they actually let Jaws speak as
Yeah.
he finds the bottle of fucking champagne or whatever
threw
it
me
is,
off.
and he's like,
Like, whoa.
to us.
Oh, I
man.
love it.
He helps Bond and Dr. Goodhead get away.
How many movies is Jaws in? Did he just turn good and this is the last movie he's in?
It was just
Yeah,
2,
he
wasn't
doesn't
it?
come back. He's in James Bond Jr. the cartoon. I can
okay.
confirm.
Yeah, I remember him from that. But no, I wasn't. I mean, it was a fine story. It was a fine story with Jaws. Didn't really bother me. He found love and kind of turned his life around.
They put like a little comedy. It was like the
Yeah.
comedy.
But you know what too is for this Bond movie it worked. It probably wouldn't have for any other Bond movie, at least up to this point, because again how bonkers this one was and fun and silly this one was. So it worked for Jaws to find love, and then kind of just go off into the sunset.
Well, plus, as soon as they introduced zero gravity, you knew James Bond was going to bang somebody in zero gravity.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like there is no way that wasn't going to happen, and it does.
It has to be the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Which leads to the best joke in the fucking
yeah.
James Bond series up to this point, at the very least. After they save the day and he's banging Dr. Goodhead, and they essentially have a live stream to connect to the Prime Minister, the American, well, whoever's in charge of America.
Margaret Thatcher, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No, Margaret Thatcher is not in charge of America. She was the Prime Minister of Britain, but
Yeah. But so they turn on the live stream to them on the ship and still in space, zero gravity. He's banging Dr. Goodhead. And you're like, oh my God, what he's doing. And I think it's Q that says it.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he's
so.
attempting re-entry, sir.
yep. it is
He
too.
was. He was. And another funny part of that scene is when Bond realizes they're watching. He just looks at the camera and smiles before
Yeah.
He does not
before he
care.
messes it up. Before he messes it up.
Bond. Listen, OnlyFans would be right up his alley if he was
Oh,
a real person today.
Oh yeah. Shit, didn't he get caught fucking another time on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's
caught
the last
fucking. That's the end of every
with-
movie.
with
He gets
the,
caught fucking.
When the people not watching it from the visual shit, but the shit that closed, it was like wide open. Then Bond closed the shit. The ceiling shit on the boat. I don't know
The
what the
escape pod.
The escape pod. No,
Mhm.
but in The Spy Who Loved Me, he's on the boat. Remember? Not The Spy Who Loved Me, the man with the golden gun.
Yeah,
He's on the
that
boat.
was the other joke I noted because he leaves the phone off the hook while he's banging. Good
Yes.
night.
He does.
He's
We
like,
can't
And-
figure out the places he hooks up with.
And they want to speak to Goodnight, and he says she's coming.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
You're
So
right.
these jokes are getting pretty dirty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rightfully so. So we got that's a really good one too. She's coming, and yeah. Go ahead, Bond.
And Bond. So what do you? So like overall, like with everything you've seen so far up to Moonraker, where do you place this one?
It's
Oh.
tough. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna say this. I know I talked to you behind the scenes about this, Mick. I'm sure I said it in the group chat, but I like him better than every single one that we've watched previous, as far as the last Bond era and the one-off.
Mhm.
So up to what we're at, like every single Roger Moore movie, I like better than all.
I think this is better than Bond 1 and 2.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Damn.
Because the Sean Connery, it was like, I don't know. It was like too slow for me. I didn't give it a bad score. It's just all of them. I think it's getting better and better while it's going.
I'll say I'm on the Roger Moore train more so than the Connery one. Not that I didn't enjoy Connery. This was a fun movie, but this isn't a spy movie.
Yeah. No,
by far not.
No, it wasn't, but it was just like a fun little kind of. It was just fun.
Like even with the space fight at the end. First off, nobody knows about the evil guy's space station because of some satellite blocker, which they destroy, and then every country finds it immediately and gets a spaceship there within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
it seems like it should take a little more time than that.
You mean these villains, like this villain had like a linked satellite?
Some might call it a Starlink.
Some might.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good name for it. Yeah, I agree with that, Dan.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's sad. Stupid. It's so true because it does exactly remind you of them.
Stupid motherfucker.
Everything.
I don't.
Listen, Moonraker is
take us off the rails, but I'm trying.
Moonraker is important. You guys should watch it.
I forgot what I was saying. No,
watch
but
every James Bond movie.
Even as ridiculous as it is, like they go from destroying the satellite jammer to countries finding out there's this unidentified object in space to the U.S. getting a ship up there like within an hour.
And the guys on the jetpacks fighting.
And to the guys on the jetpack, like you show the two people controlling the spaceship, and they're like, "Release the hatch," as you see this string of people come out of the space station in their yellow spacesuits with their guns. Release the hatch, and now it's like a fucking 747, and the top just opens, and these people come out. Yep. I'm like, this is so fucking ridiculous, but I'm into it.
Yeah,
and that's
I want to see where this goes.
That's the ridiculousness that I enjoy with these with like something like this, to where they do that silly shit where you're like, it fucking works. And again, if you go to that Godzilla movie, I don't remember which one it was with the little spaceships. It was the same thing for me. It was like
Invasion of Astro Monster.
So, yeah, it wasn't the best movie in the in the whole franchise, but it was just one of the most entertaining as far as fun wise. I had oh my gosh. And I got that same feeling from this. So this
is that the one where Godzilla drop kicks?
Might be. It's against Ghidorah, so
yeah, I think so. I think he floats across the air like he's sitting in a chair to kick the monster in the chest.
There comes a point where he rolls up in a ball and then fires his atomic blast breath to fly. And every time I watch it, I'm like, does everybody forget? And they're like all looking on like, wow, Godzilla's flying. And it's like,
oh no. Do
they not know that that's nuclear blast? And it's just, he's leaving a chemtrail in nuclear blast. Yep. I'm like, guess I didn't think this one through. I do want to say, as happy as I've been, I went and I picked up the James Bond Hot Wheels for the collection.
Nice.
I got the DB5. And I think my favorite,
White Lotus. Ooh. The White Lotus that turns into the Red Lotus.
Well, it doesn't turn into the Red Lotus. They we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, that's I love the submarine. The submarine, that was just so cool. That was so cool with that damn car. Mm-hmm. I want one, but I wouldn't do that with it.
So does everybody rate this one?
Ooh, good question. I'm gonna say a 7.5 for me.
Wow,
I really liked it. I really had a good. It was just fucking fun.
I don't know who's up.
I don't care.
James.
I'm gonna give this a 6.5.
I was actually on James with this one with 6.5. Like, it's fun. It's not a spy movie.
Yeah, but it was still fun to watch. But just like you said, the bonkiness.
You get into it, like you understand its ridiculousness, and you still don't care.
Mm-hmm.
When you told me last year that you were doing all of the James Bond movies, I probably would have given this one maybe like a 6.5 or a 7. But considering it's turning into real life, and
you're not wrong.
I'm going to give this movie a 5. It was entertaining until I was just like, okay.
I'm going to bump this one up.
Real life is mirroring this movie now. And yeah, that's a downer. The real life aspect of it is a downer, but the movie itself is just an entertainment piece. 6.5.
Fair.
Aaron, you went to an 8?
Yeah, I'm gonna bump it up to an 8.
Wow.
I had so much fun with it, man. I really fucking did.
This one's funny to me because this one is what it's going to turn into when we're Star Wars. So, and it influences each other, and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It only took 50 years.
Crazy.
I love it. I'm just kidding. This is a fun one.
Yeah. Yes. You sticking with your 5?
The Moon Graper, if you know what I mean.
There he goes.
I like how you were like, if you know why, man. Like,
you know what?
Like, why did you call me out on
Because I turned my head laughing.
I'm like, I was like, did he do that in the movie? I don't remember.
No,
oh God.
Good in this one.
I mean, I did watch a lot of Cosby movies recently.
Damn.
Listen,
Keep one eye on your drinks.
Meg watched so many Cosby movies, he knows the recipe for that drink.
no, he does not.
No, he does not.
Mickey doesn't need all that shit. Mickey just needs a good night's sleep. That's what Mickey.
Oh, you'll get it from that drink.
Oh, actually, if it puts me to sleep, fine.
No, I think Cosby's problem is he could have got him not asleep, but dumb sleeping is his thing. It's like that. It's like he that turned him on. So
Dude, that's some shit right there,
guys.
It's easy. I mean, it's easier to drop a Cosby sweater in that scenario.
Sweaty is
and a Jello pudding.
Sturdy is so sweaty right now.
I would rock a Cosby sweater right now, though.
I forgot what the definition of Cosby sweater was.
Well, I'm talking about the ones he wore on the show.
I'm not. I am.
He's talking about the Urban Dictionary type.
Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna
are you ready? Are you ready? Because this will be a good segue.
Oh man,
not really, but it'll be fun.
This will be a good segue.
Cosby sweater, the sexual act of eating Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Tricks, and Boo Berry, or any other bright, colorful breakfast cereals, and then vomiting the tacky, dazzling mixture onto your partner's chest.
Oh.
The result should look similar to the incredible sweaters that Bill Cosby wore during his highly successful 80s sitcom, The Cosby Show.
Listen,
wow.
Listen. I like the Huxtables. Okay,
me too. I want a Huxtable sweater.
I mean, I dropped the Cosby kids off at the pool a lot.
I don't want the bee pen anymore. I won't eat the Jello. But I do like the Huxtable.
A Jello pudding pop.
We can get matching sweaters, guys. Matching Cosby sweaters. There you go.
That's like a P&P barbecue gone wrong.
That's how we bond.
Now, just imagine how much we could have gotten a Cosby Show revival. Oh my God! If they start planning that.
Oh, listen! If they need some actors, I'm shit. Call me up.
Oh my God, are you gonna be Bud all grown up?
Listen, we'll figure it out once we get the script and the contracts and all that stuff. And say, listen, I know 3 people that would love to be on this with me.
I guess they could make up new characters. I was just thinking about bringing. I was like Brady Bunch style, like nobody else. They're just gonna come back and live with the parents. They're all married and had kids at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, you could be Raven Simone's.
There should be somebody that's divorced
husband
and had
on
to
the
move
show.
back in with their parents or something
That
like
is
that.
true. We are about the same age.
Yeah, well, she played the. Listen, this
And I
ain't
get-
gonna happen.
And I can be your adopted son.
Isn't that-
They adopted a white kid.
If they bring back, oh wait, what's one of those white shows? What's a white show they didn't bring back? Wonder Years. Boom.
That's a hard one to bring back.
I thought they did.
They didn't bring the Wonder. Oh, they
No?
did
Oh.
bring. No, they made a reboot of the Wonder Years, and they used the Black family this time.
Yes, that's
No,
right.
that's-
Oh no, I got a good one. I just hold on. What is? Oh, what was it? It was on every Friday night on TGIF.
Is
Reboot.
it not Full House?
Step by Step.
Step by
I
step.
love Step by
I
Step.
lost that Cody.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that
You
show.
guys can be them.
JT, Sam, or I mean Al,
Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne
Suzanne
Summers. Yep. Yeah. Jesus, she was so beautiful. Is she still alive?
No, she's dead. She died a while ago.
Oh.
Did she? Damn. That's a
Breast
shame.
cancer. I forgot. I think. I forgot.
Oh, no.
No, she died in 2023.
Oh, damn.
It was 2 years ago. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. And yeah, I like that show. That show has made me laugh.
Yeah, that was a
I remember. As a kid, I lived for TGIF as a kid.
Same.
Yeah, remember when
All
Friday
of them.
nights were like you wanted to go home and
Oh
see
yeah.
everything?
Boy Meets World.
Fucking 8 to 10. Boy Meets World. Step by Step. What
Yeah.
else was on? Was Family Matters a TGIF? show?
No, that became they changed the name. That's
Family Matters was a Tuesday night show. It was, Family Matters was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers
I used to watch Perfect Strangers. How's it? Wait a minute. How's that connect?
because Harriet worked in the building where Balky and cousin Larry worked when they were reporters or whatever they were at that point, and she was the elevator operator.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then they introduced Reginald Bell Johnson as her husband, who was a cop on that show, and then they decided to spin it off into Family Matters.
Ah.
Wow. Okay. That's cool to know.
Yeah, like everything's connected too, because Urkel shows up on. He showed up on Family, not Family. Of course, he showed up on Family Matters.
No, Family. Yeah, Family Matters was part of TGIF at one point. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I used to watch that.
Yep. Well,
Everything I
Urkel
watched.
showed up on Step by Step and Full House.
Yep.
I remember him on Step by Step.
Yeah, and there were other connections too, like Boy Meets World was connected.
Mm.
So
Good ass sitcoms back in the day, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just ones where you like,
That was my
Like-
Friday, man.
yeah. And I miss those days. Like, they need to bring that shit back. My old ass will stay in. I mean, on a Friday night any fucking way. Put some good shows on for us.
they don't want to produce good shows. They don't want to produce wholesome shows like that anymore. Like where most of those shows were pretty progressive in their thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Mr. Belvedere handled like
I
a
used to watch
child
that too.
having AIDS
Mhm.
during the AIDS epidemic, like right in the heart of it, and like that was a moment where like kids were getting shunned just because they got it from a blood transfusion or something, and nobody really had a good
They
understanding.
used
of
one
it.
too many needles. That's
Yeah,
the problem. You gotta teach kids about needle use.
That's not
Make
what I
sure,
meant at all.
make sure you make sure they're clean if you're gonna put that in there.
What are we talking about next? Epstein files?
Did you guys ever watch The Nanny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Just because she was.
Fran
so
Drescher.
Sister, baby. Sister.
Sister,
Oh my God.
sister. Yeah.
Sister, yeah.
all that shit. Oh my
Everything.
god, those shows.
What a great time to be alive as a kid and watch that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful times.
We need to get that click remote and just rewind back to those days. Just make it every Friday for the
When real life didn't reflect a Bond movie.
yeah.
Is that why we're talking about this now? Because we realize how many Bond movies we've watched. That
I don't remember how we got down this road.
Mirror
but,
Me
Life.
neither.
No.
Me neither. But we can steer it back for your eyes
Yeah,
only.
But for your eyes only. By the way, this movie, as ridiculous as Moonraker was, for your eyes only, grounds this shit real quick by opening with James Bond at his wife's grave.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, and it was like, honestly, I damn near forgot he was married because it's not really. I don't remember it ever being mentioned. If it was, maybe briefly, but that right there just throws it at you, and it's like, oh,
it was the end of On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah,
he marries Teresa, and then remember they gunned her down on their wedding day. And that's like it's that, and that's a through line through all of them except for Craig. He's the only one that doesn't. That's why it's just like it's an interesting take on all of these characters, and they all get called out and they all react to it like it's a deep thing. So it's interesting. Even though he bangs everything that moves.
Yeah.
He's sticking it everywhere he can.
I think that's another reason why you forget, because I'm just like, okay, your wife just died last movie, which I don't know how many years or days apart this is, but you're fucking already.
In the movie that he married her while they were falling in love, he banged like 12 women.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Like it's just like I think it was just understood between all of them.
I found another thing that to me is insane in Bonds. Another connection like the submarines and everything. What? When they send him a ride, does anybody do background checks? Are they just calling people out of the Yellow Book and saying, "Hey, go pick up Bond"? Because every time he gets picked up, they're bad guys trying to kill him.
You're not wrong. It's like
I'm like, how do they know? I don't understand this.
You would expect to be picked up by somebody from your agency that they know, and you know who's picking you up. Instead of a stranger that's part of the bad guy society.
Every movie, man.
It's not even that. It's that he knows they're part of the bad guy society, and he's happy to get in the car and see where it goes.
Yeah. That's
funny.
That's his rush. He goes, if I go with them, I wonder what would happen. Let me go sit there, hey guys.
Yeah, like what if he fucks up one time and they just got the upper hand on him for once, which they never ever do, ever. Except for when he walks into their. Well, I'll tell you, when they have the upper hand when Bond's not paying it, like Bond will walk like right into the freaking, right into their hideout, not even look around or nothing, just start going through drawers and opening shit, not covering himself.
Then he gets clubbed over the head.
And he's so big. He's a tall, good-looking guy. People notice that.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't just.
In my experience, yes, I've realized that.
Especially.
You don't just walk into places and start opening drawers and fucking opening closets.
I've been caught every time.
It's because they smell the upper decker. There it is. It's a double decker in Britain.
Well, yeah, when you leave an upper decker in Britain, it's called a double decker.
An upper decker on a double decker. One of those buses. That. Popcorn Pints travels to London.
Hashtag double decker has a whole new meaning now. Double upper decker.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my goodness. For your let's actually, you know what? Let's do an early rating for Your Eyes Only. So that way when we
elevated pooping.
See if it goes.
I don't know why these jokes are landing right now for me, but they are.
James, what would you give For Your Eyes Only? And do an early rating.
Sergey's so mad at us.
No, I'm good.
Like,
I'll say a 7.
Like a 7? Nice elevated poop.
Elevated poop. These guys.
I really enjoy making Mick laugh like a 5-year-old. It's great.
He's gonna start crying soon.
I'm not gonna start crying soon, I promise.
What's your rating, Chris?
I'm 7.5 on this one. We're back into more spy, more fun stuff, more grounded.
Mick?
6. I would give this one 8.5. I think it's a great movie. Like, it's a really well done, changes the tone, kind of like shuts down the whole Spectre thing and all like the wildness.
Well, hold on. There is he fucking the only thing you say that, but he fucking picks up Blofeld in his wheelchair.
But that was to
very-
signify that we're done with that. We're not.
Yeah,
doing
but it's still seems random and
That
out of
scene was
nowhere.
weird.
I think it was because of the negative reaction of Moonraker, and they knew they wanted to go to a more like mature setting of like dealing with the Cold War and Soviets and such. And from my gathering and everything I've been reading, that was their way of saying the Moonraker shit, the Spectre shit, the Blofeld as the bad guy. That's it. We're going Soviet, and that's why they blew up the car too, to kind of just like renew everything in this. It was my gathering from all the stuff I've read. I may be wrong,
but he may be right.
We got another skiing.
This is number 16 on my rank.
Another one.
Shit, on the rankings?
Yeah, I've ranked all the movies now that I'm done.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Wow.
And
by the way, he another thing that grounds this is he only bangs 2 women.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shocking.
Which brings us up to a total of 32.
Good job, Bob.
And honestly, I thought so. This movie opens with him at his wife's grave, and by the time the way they introduce the main female that he works with in this and ends up banging at the end, I thought I was kind of expecting that to be like the next person he actually falls in love with. So I feel like there was more of a little bit of a human element in this one.
I want to say this. I want to congratulate Bond in this movie. He did not sleep with the young girl.
No.
Yeah.
No, he did not, and he wasn't about it either. And
No.
her name was BB Doll.
BB Doll.
She was throwing himself at him quite literally.
Yeah, she was.
She
and
wanted.
He's like, nope.
So
I said, good job, James. You made it right.
She would have taken any penis that came her way. Is how that character was played.
Oh yeah.
Any.
Even though she's supposedly has that German boyfriend
that ignores her.
Yeah.
You talk to her.
There was no care in the world for that German.
Nope.
Not while Bond was around.
Mm-mm.
That was pure business. She stood on business that day.
She tried to stand on it.
And they made that blonde headed the main henchman in this one. That the Olympic skier or whatever. Why do they always make that type of character look like 100% Nazi?
Because that is our picture of, because the Nazis, that's what they were trying to make as the ultimate
perfect race.
The perfect race. So we perceive that because nobody look at us. Does anyone look like that here?
All 4 of us.
All 4 of us. Does anyone look like that here? So like,
no, we're the perfect race right here.
Damn right. Well, we need to get a fucking better leader at the moment, but
I meant just the 4 of us.
Oh, I hardly use the word perfect.
Hardly.
Damaged.
Definitely damaged. Definitely 100%. Trauma exists. So, but whatever.
Oh, I'm trying to think. So, okay, so he did it with that young girl. I was like, thank God. Then, wasn't there another girl in this one?
There's 2 in this. I don't remember.
No, I thought it was just the young one. Oh no, he does bang another one.
Yeah.
Who was it? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
This is what we get for going crazy.
The most jokey thing in this movie is the identigraph to me, where where like he sees the bad guy that's paying the hitman, and he's working with Q on the identigraph, and it's just putting these green lines on the screen in the shape of a face. I'm like, this is
no, it's a little bit wider or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that thing was ridiculous. It was funny, but it was ridiculous.
Hey, that's a high-tech sketch artist.
Yeah. And the dude just draws him out. I'm like, what the? How do you get that from?
Yeah, no. You're like, what?
How'd you get that from that?
It's so wild.
Dude, just the ski chase down the mountain, and he ends up in like a bobsled track.
So many ski scenes.
It's I applaud their effort in trying to change it up from previous ski chases because of the bobsled track. Like, I thought that was a neat twist. That was kind of fun. The bobsled team's looking back at him like, what the fuck are you doing behind us?
What's going on? Yeah.
You're being chased by, I don't even know what you call the kind of athletes that's skiing and shooting. Like, I know that's an Olympic
That's
thing.
like I don't want to say it's a triathlon, but I think it is supposed to be something similar to that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I like, this is, at least they found some kind of new aspect to throw into this that makes like, where are they going with this?
It's basically like what rich people do in other countries in Europe. That's the type of shit they do in the Olympics.
It's something dumb.
It's like we know how to like ride dogs, also ski and shoot shit.
Why does doing that in a certain order make it an Olympic sport?
Don't ask.
Well, I mean, the shooting shit makes it American.
That's
the American portion. They're like, what? You want to ride dogs a certain length and then ski the rest of the way? That's bullshit. If you want America to do this, you better throw some guns in there.
Like, fine.
And you know what makes a Canadian being attacked by hockey players?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh my God.
When he goes to say goodbye to the skating blonde girl that threw herself at him, and he's attacked by 3 hockey players that came on the ice for practice.
You know who wouldn't
like not even a fucking team. It's like 3 guys wanted to use the ice, so the skater had to get off the ice.
You know,
oh my gosh.
You know who wouldn't have gotten on that plane that was owned by the guy, starts with an E, ends with an N? James Bond. He didn't go for him that young. He was like, nah.
No, he would have gotten on that plane just to see where it was, just to see how it played out.
Now, 25 or older, all about it.
Oh, yeah.
And those women, like every woman he's been with, like it's been like 25 or older. You had to keep him sort of close because James Bond gets older over time.
Oh, yeah.
You don't stop bonding either.
Nope, he does not stop bonding.
James fucking Bond.
Yeah, but this one definitely had more espionage on it. Like they had the hidden recorder in the table candle where he's talking to the like who he thinks is his informant at the beginning, like the skaters.
Pablo
uncle that's like in the know, who turns out to be the real bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like there was some back and forth in this one. That made it feel a lot more spy-y. For sure.
Agreed.
How'd you guys like the cliffhanger scene?
Oh my God!
The mountain.
Oh yeah,
the mountain scene. Yeah, that was a good one.
You might know what's crazy though? The bad guy, instead of tying a rope and jumping down, like knocking the pins out, he could have just sat down on his ass
and shot him.
And shot him as soon as his head popped.
Just like every other scene with Bond and the villain with a gun.
It's insane.
Oh God, it's so
oh my God, these people do not know how to.
It's like you're going out of your way to make it the most difficult as possible to try to kill this guy.
It's like a sport. It's like they're like, guess how I killed him? I'm going to kill him like this. And
nope, I can't kill him unless it's some kind of ridiculous trick shot type scenario.
Like we said with the plane scene, could have shot him, let the plane crash to burn the evidence. But nope, they're like,
you're going to let the plane crash anyway.
Yeah. Jesus, right?
Yeah.
It is like it's just luck.
Yeah.
The dude's not British, he's Irish. And he was born with like 75 four-leaf clovers up his ass. Like, because it just
he's so lucky his nut sacks are shape of clovers.
He just everything he does is he jumped out of the plane without a parachute and he survived.
Well, he got the parachute off the other guy.
Could you do that? You had unlimited amounts
It's
of
only
luck.
one way to find out.
Yeah, he's right. Well, first of all, you have to be 007.
I guess adrenaline in the face of fear like that is going to make you do overpowering things. Like take someone else's
adrenaline. But what about what about the other panic and fear? Where you just pass out.
Hold on,
dude,
that just reminded me. God, the scene. The cliff.
that's Octopussy. Sorry, the Octopussy.
The cliff climbing scene. After he the guy that's like knocking out his spikes and stuff like that, and he goes flying off the cliff and smashes into the ground.
Yeah.
And they, there's the moment where the woman and the guys he's with think it's him.
Yeah.
And so they turn him over, and there's just like a small blood spot. Like that motherfucker would have like his body would have exploded on impact.
Yep.
But
James Bond threw him and needed him not to explode on impact, so they'd know it wasn't him.
Yeah.
So luck.
Skill. Bond knew exactly how to throw him so he would land perfect. That's what it was.
Oh, it's sad that's like the facts of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do love James Bond, but it is luck. Like this dude is not effective.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'm not mad at it though, because it kind of works, and it just, if he didn't have this luck, we'd have the first James Bond movie, and he would have been dead in the first like 15-20 minutes as soon as his dumbass walks into the trap.
Yeah.
Do you know why the world is do you know why the world is in the state that it is in now? In fact, we see a lot of Bond villain like plans going through. It's because no one's lucky enough to stop any of it. They've all died. All the spies they're sending died because nobody has that much luck. No, I'm not doing that. Nope. Just found my line.
Oh yeah.
I'm shutting up now. Go ahead.
The underwater scene in this where they go into the boat. Yeah, when they go into the boat to pull out the bomb or the computer or whatever it is they're trying to pull out, and then he slaps the detonator to the back of the guy's helmet. I can't wait for this to explode as I'm watching this.
It took a long time too. The guy didn't try to take it off. He goes, what's that sound? Then he starts shooting. He's like, wait a minute, what's that sound?
They keep having the close up of these claws coming at.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh my god.
Bond and the girl.
Ugh.
It was like a Timo version, even though this came out first. It's like a Timo version of
this
Aliens.
We made it a movie or two without sharks. This one brings them back.
Brings them back.
There are sharks in this.
And we're not enthusiastically talking about this, but it is a good Bond movie.
It is.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It is like it brings sharks back. There's a lot of elements that it brings back that you're kind of
bring the ski thing, a chase
skiing back. The
sharks blew up my favorite car just to what?
Bring that back.
He's doing the same shit.
This has a lot of the same aspects you've seen before, but you don't mind because there are some tweaks like the bobsled and the ski rate and the ski chase that changed it up at least a little for me. The sharks, they weren't being thrown into a pond of sharks just to be eaten. They're in the actual water, ocean or something like that. So that's at least a little different.
Yeah, but they did use the sharks. You know what? Okay, so when they're in the water, right, and Bond is bleeding, him and the girl are underwater. He's bleeding, right, and the sharks are coming towards him, and then the other dude just falls in the water. He's not bleeding or nothing. The sharks are still going to go towards him.
I was thinking
it went right to him.
Yeah.
Turn around and stop. Like, oh shit. I'm like, so yeah, Bond has luck.
Oh yeah.
What about this guy eating pistachios every fucking scene he's in? Like that, this pistachio importer illegal because it's illegal to import pistachios or smuggle pistachios.
It is now. God damn it! Why does this keep lining up?
I know, right?
Sorry, I'm not doing this on purpose.
It's not illegal. It's just more expensive now.
Bond knew something. These
It's
came out
coming,
in the 70s. They
They
knew the
I'm
future.
trying.
This guy's eating fucking pistachios every time you see him, and he's throwing them down for like sound effects. I'm like, okay, the pistachios are getting a little weird.
I love the pistachio scenes.
Bond is like the Simpsons of predicting the future.
Or did it like inspire?
Oh yeah, I'll go with that one. Yeah, you're right.
Or warn.
Did it? I don't know if it warned
Eh,
or we're just stupid.
Yeah.
I think we're just stupid.
Yeah, that's fair. I have a whole video on how to beat sharks.
And I did enjoy at least the ending in this one where they have the parrot on the phone talking to the prime minister and they think it's Bond.
Yeah.
How the hell you think that's Bond? It sounds like 100% bird.
Well, she's complimenting him. The bird says thank you. And he's
Yeah.
like, give me a kiss. And then the prime minister gets all flushed.
Yeah, she's like, oh.
Oh my god.
but
It's amazing.
see.
I love that ending of Margaret Thatcher like on the phone. Woo-hoo-hoo.
That was pretty funny.
They made fun of her two separate movies. Like that's pretty funny.
Mm.
Like because she was like hated.
Yeah, this was 1981. So, when was she in charge?
She was like late 70s, early 80s.
Was it?
I forget the exact years, but yeah, wild. And she's just it's very kind of similar, maybe not on this huge of a like how it is now, but like honestly, she was very similar to that in her policies and like what's going on with our administration now, and that's why she was very frowned upon in the world.
Yeah, so Prime Minister of the UK, 79 to 1990.
79 to 1990.
Yep.
Fucking whatever.
Well, gentlemen. Well. I'm hungry.
Me too.
85 Timothy Dalton.
Next ones are going to be fun too.
I'm looking forward to the Pierce Brosnan ones because that's kind of where that was my Bond as a kid. That's where I started watching Bond movies. So I'm looking forward to re-seeing those.
What's
Nice,
next week's movies?
Next week is Octopussy and
Oh fuck, we're at the Octopussy.
to a kill. A View to a Kill. I thought it said A View to Kill first.
No, it's A View to a Kill. I was this years old when I learned that myself.
This year's old.
Yeah, because I put the wrong fucking title on my classic film review, so I had to go back and change it.
That's embarrassing for you.
Shut up.
Just the way he said it too. It's embarrassing for you. The funny thing is like it bothers him though, because I still go back to last year when he was upset with himself for the Star Wars. Remember the Star Wars Star Trek, the spaceship
ship?
thing? The ship.
Yeah.
He was
I put the wrong fucking shit.
It does bother me. It gets under my skin for sure. I'm okay with it now because I fixed it, but
yeah.
it does. It does.
It was funny, and he was like, "It's not your guys' fault because I said I was gonna do this, and I wanted that you did." Either way, it was funny and it was fun.
Well, Mick, I don't know. You might have more info on this now. Was Pierce Brosnan supposed to be James Bond earlier than he was, but he had a problem getting out of Remington Steele?
Yes, that was with the Timothy Dalton movies. He was the first choice to play him, and then they went with Timothy Dalton, who's relatively unknown at the time. He was mostly stage acting, and yeah, there's definitely parallels. And I would actually say that GoldenEye fits in better with those two movies than it does the other Pierce Brosnan movies in terms of tone. So I'm anxious to see you guys' reactions to them.
Same. And anything else you gentlemen want us to have to say about either of these films?
I have to pee.
Me too. I got a pee too.
Yeah, I got pee too.
I'm just hungry. Well, I guess we can wrap this one up then. Final ratings. Everybody
James
sticking
Bond
with
doesn't wrap anything up.
We didn't final ratings. Though we did ratings in the beginning.
No, I'm just saying. Are you sticking with your ratings?
Yeah,
yet?
I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
7.
7.
Would I give this one? I give it 8.5. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd stick with that.
Eight
It
and a
is
half.
worth it. Like we didn't
Yeah.
talk great about it, but like
I think not wrapping
Worth
things
it.
up is the theme of this series, but it's
that's
fine.
fair.
Mhm.
Hey,
That's
I
very
gave
fair.
it 8 as well. So I'm sticking with my 8. So yeah, shit,
Worth it.
good time.
It's a good
But,
time. Good
Guess we
time.
can bounce. Links are in the description. Come check us out. Check Mr. Mimosa out over on the Scene Snobs. Check Raw Dogging from a Bar at Stories from a Bar.
Oh, God.
Check us
I
out on
forgot.
Horror
I forgot I left that up.
I'm around there. The scene snobs. Definitely check me out.
Horror Surf 30. Come check me out, and then come check us all out right here on Popcorn and Pints.
Do not
This is a
check
good
out
time.
Horror Source 30. You'll see a lot of dong.
It's true. It's a lot of full frontal. It's weird.
Don't listen to them. They're lying.
I can't believe that he gets away with streaming that.
Listen, I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna say peace, peace, peace. Thanks for popping by.